Ce qui se passe dans les bois est un véritable podcast sur la criminalité. Nous discutons d'événements qui sont souvent de nature violente. La discrétion de l'auditeur est conseillée. What Happens in the Woods is a true crime podcast. We discuss events that are often violent in nature. Listener's discretion is advised.
Welcome to WTF Wednesday, half an hour of true crime stories. It's the finest in fuckery. Now here is your host Jess with true crime stories that'll make you say, what the fuck?
Hello.
Never gets old.
It never gets old. This is like one of the things that will guarantee make Bryce giggle.
Yep.
All right. Welcome to the best part of your week. This is WTF Wednesday at What Happens in the Woods. Hopefully we can brighten your day a little bit with some fuckery.
Hopefully.
Are we ready?
Yes.
We have Mara with us this week.
Yay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Marrington.
Say hello to your fans.
Oh, my adoring audience.
All right. Before we get into it, I just want to say happy October because, as you know, this is my birth month.
Don't do it.
I am doing it. We're here for it.
It has been announced, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is my birth month. And not only that, it's just my favorite time of year. So I love fall, Halloween, spooky things. Like, I just want all the fall things. And some of the best things happen in the fall. Like my birthday. But also we have some things that we're going to do in October. So stay tuned for announcements. We've got creepy things in the works and special Halloween content.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Any announcements, Bryce?
Yeah, Canada's back in the lead.
Oh, Canada. Our friends to the north.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, that's awesome. Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Okay. Mara, you have any announcements?
I do not at this time.
At this time. You will reserve.
Yeah, I will let you all know.
Okay. That sounds great. Okay. Are we ready to get into it then?
Are you ready?
Are you ready is the question.
Yes.
Good job. Well, you didn't sing along this time.
I almost did.
All right. These first couple of WTF stories are courtesy of our friend Beth at Crimes and Closets.
Yay, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Yay. So Beth sent us the goods, guys. I had no idea. North Carolina definitely has some what the fuckery going on. I had no idea. We've been sleeping on it this whole time.
Well, what else is in North Carolina besides
There's
fuckery?
Things.
What do they have to do there?
Honestly, I don't know. That would be a good question for Beth.
Beth, we need answers.
Beth, we need answers.
We need the answers.
Yeah. We also need to wish Beth a happy birth month as we actually share a birthday.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Happy birth month, Beth.
Yeah. It's kind of awesome because I've really only met, I think, like 2 other people in my life that have had the same birthday.
And Scorpios.
You're surrounded.
I am surrounded by Scorpios. Please help me.
Whatever.
I'm
You're
a
just
Gemini.
fine. You're just fine.
Please,
You're holding your
please.
own. All right. So let's start off by saying clowns are a hell no for me. And I know they are for Beth as well. Hell to the fucking no. I don't care if you're a happy clown, a sad clown, a funny clown, or a fucking creepy clown. That's a no. It's a no all the way around. So this story is from back in 2015. According to a woman in Hickory, North Carolina, she opened her door around 4 a.m. She was attacked by a person holding an axe at her front door.
Okay, why is she up at 4 a.m. and why is she opening the door?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm up at 4 a.m., but it's not exactly by choice.
No. So this person was dressed in a clown mask and wig. And I have issues with this. Exactly what you said. Why are you never open the door at 4 a.m.
And
ever.
When it's dark.
I don't care. You
Did
never.
someone knocked and she opened it?
Yeah, they were like, hey, come outside. They were like at her door.
No.
Right, exactly. So if a person, like to me, if a person doesn't live there, they don't have their key, that's a fuck no. They don't belong, and fuck that.
Yeah.
You need to go away. As the good show, How I Met Your Mother, states, nothing good happens after what? Mara.
I forget.
Oh,
Is it
goddamn.
2 a.m. or
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yes, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. So, second, if you see it's a person in a clown mask, that's a double fuck that. Exactly. Exactly. And it's not Halloween. No.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not. Needless to say, the little voices in her head did not tell her don't open that door. So she did. So in the account that Mandy Metcalf gave to the magistrate, after coming out of her home, this fucker proceeded to swing an axe and tried to attack her. While she's fighting this person off, part of the mask comes off and she recognizes the guy.
Of course.
Right. Apparently he takes off. She goes down to the, local station and she's filing a report against him. Thankfully, it stops, she's not hurt. He runs off. She goes down. She gives his name, info. She files charges. Turns out this person had an outstanding warrant out for their arrest. So initially the names of the people involved were withheld from being released, but after the warrant was made public, these charges, a couple days later, we find out the guy's name is Jimmy Raybon. He's also known as Robert Gross or Gross. It's Gross, Gross, right? Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this gentleman has a laundry list of priors, including assault and robbery. And what the motive was is still a mystery, but Jimmy eventually turned himself into the police. So you would think, done deal. He's caught. She's safe. No harm done. Who knows what for? So he's charged with 1 count of assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of breaking and entering into a building, which I'm not sure why, because she came outside to him. So if she was in an apartment building, she still came outside of her door, her residence, from her account. So I'm not sure where the breaking and entering comes into play. So both of those are misdemeanors. Bond was set at $6,000. However, just a month later, all charges were dropped in regards to this incident because in an odd twist, Mandy Metcalf decided not to show up to the hearing. So she didn't show. It's an automatic dismissal.
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know.
What? Did he do something? Did he make her disappear? Mr.
No,
Gross.
she's perfectly fine.
Oh.
She didn't show.
Did it say how they knew each other or how she knew him?
No, they don't say exactly, but I have a theory, and you will too once I relay this other information. So Jimmy states after the incident, after his charges are dropped, after the court date, that this incident never actually happened.
Oh.
Right. He states that he and Mandy had been in an ongoing conflict throughout the day of the alleged incident, and she and he never actually had confrontation in person. So,
What do you mean, the fucking Matrix?
right. So I don't know. I don't understand. If you didn't do anything, why do you turn yourself in, sit in jail for a month, and wait for a hearing? If you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
If this is all completely fake. But then again, if she really wanted to press charges on against this guy so bad, why didn't she show up to the hearing?
Maybe she didn't know she had to?
I mean, I doubt that.
Yeah.
I really doubt that. So none of it makes sense. He went on to state that, quote, the stress and embarrassment this caused my pregnant fiance and my family was unnecessary, unquote.
Okay.
Right. And that he was, as the Hickory Daily Record states, quote, a recovering drug addict receiving treatment and working an honest program of recovery. Okay, but I'm not done yet. This keeps going. And unfortunately, this is not the end of the legal trouble for Jimmy. 6 months after this incident, he's in trouble with the law again when he was charged with 1 felony count of attempted first-degree murder and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon and 1 count of discharging a weapon into property. So Jimmy decided to fire a shotgun into a vehicle with 3 people in it. Not sure why.
For fun.
For fun. Shits and giggles.
Oh, okay.
They're outside of a convenience store. He walks up, opens fire. One person was injured, but nothing life-threatening. The list of warrants Jimmy was charged with it's incredible. So according to another article from the Hickory Daily Record, this is from that article, officers charged Raybon on warrants for 1 felony count of possession of a Schedule II controlled substance with intent, 1 felony count of possession of a Schedule IV controlled substance with intent, 1 felony count of cocaine possession, 1 felony count of marijuana possession with intent, 1 felony count of simple possession of a Schedule IV controlled substance. Raybon was also charged with misdemeanor charges of 1 count of carrying a concealed firearm, 1 count of resisting a public officer, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, 1 misdemeanor count of communicating threats, and 1 misdemeanor count of discharging a firearm in city limits.
A few moments later.
Anything else?
That was some shit. So with all those charges, bail was set at $400,000 while they were still kind of investigating, looking into the matter. Still no idea of why he did that.
Yeah.
If it was like a drug deal gone bad, or my thought on the first incident with the clown and the axe was that it was a drug deal, like something with a drug deal.
Oh.
And she was pissed off at him as something. And maybe he was there to like get drugs or sell drugs.
Yeah.
And then something happened and she went, and this is all hearsay. I don't know. This is just my
Her professional opinion.
my professional opinion of what went down. I don't know. I don't know.
No, it doesn't make sense. Well, the first rule of drug dealing, if anyone can recall, is from New Jack City, never get high off your own supply.
Exactly. Right.
And
you're right.
ladies and gentlemen, if you do have a drug problem,
Stop it. Get some help.
get some help.
Stop. Please.
I mean,
Get some help.
yes, I mean, sadly, this gentleman seems to have like ongoing drug addiction and chemical dependency issues. And
Definitely.
I hate that. I mean, I hate that that's, because it sounded like at one point he was doing what he needed to do and then he's just right back into it again. Maybe I don't know. It's just incredibly sad because it oftentimes it's not your only problem. You're doing things to get the drugs. Your family life suffers. Your relationships suffer. There's just so much more that happens as a result of that, and it's just incredibly sad.
No, it is.
Yeah. So I mean, I hope that after that incident with the firearm, that maybe helped him
You can get some help.
Get some help. He got help, or he really just was able to say, okay, no more. I don't know. I don't know what took place after that, but it was just funny because the story that she sent me was just this guy showing up with the axe at the chick's house. And then I've hit on an article where all charges were dismissed. And I was like, well, what the hell? Why?
Yeah.
And and then I found another article that said, well, yeah, his previous incident, all charges were dismissed because she didn't show. But here's what he did now. And I was like, damn, this poor guy, like he just is nothing but shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So continuing on with another news story out of North Carolina. I mean, this one, if this doesn't make you say what the fuck, then I have failed.
Is this courtesy of Miss Beth again?
Yes.
Okay.
North Carolina has failed us. If you don't whisper to yourself, what the fuck? I don't know what's going to make you, because even this is even better than a Florida story. I'm not going to lie.
Oh,
Really?
Lord.
Yeah, buckle in. So we've all heard of or seen, ghost hunting shows. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, fun fact. I was obsessed about 8 years ago. Yeah.
Ghost hunters.
Ghost hunters, just no ghost adventures.
No.
Yeah, Zach Baggins can suck a raw egg.
Oh my God, stop. You're going to get hate for that.
That's fine. I can't stand him. That's fine. Absolutely. And if you can't stand him too, then please let me know.
Not gonna lie, me and my friend have been watching Ghost Adventures, like a guilty pleasure, but I still don't like Zach Baggins.
But you watch it to make fun of it.
Oh yeah,
is the
absolutely.
thing. Yeah, we would watch it if there was nothing else on, but we would make fun of him the entire time.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, they're all cringy at this point.
Kinda.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, whatever. All right. So I would like to introduce you guys to some ghost hunters, unlike any other ghost hunters that you may know of. On August 5th of 2013 in Caldwell County, North Carolina, Sonny Clay Hyatt phoned into 911 claiming to be lost in the woods. His story is that he and two other friends, Thomas Glenn Imler and Eric John Schmidt, were out ghost hunting and investigating some goings-on in the woods, kind of nearby Sonny's apartment. They got split up somehow or separated from one another, and Sonny was lost in the haunted woods.
Okay.
He's freaking out, man. The two friends apparently made it out safely. He had cell service, so, I mean, he was getting text messages.
Really lost.
They really just were like, hey, we're good. We found a ride. Catch you back at your apartment while this dumb fucker's out in the woods stuck. Apparently, he was getting text messages after the police found him, so they were fine. So the local deputies show up. They're able to get his location off of his phone's GPS signal. They find him. But as they're talking to him, and he's telling him that, you know, they were investigating these woods. There was just all these stories that they've been hearing, and they really wanted to go out and investigate and get down to the bottom of this business. Mm-hmm. As they're talking to him, they're noticing just something's not right. So Sonny's a little banged up. He seems a little off. Deputies are questioning him. They're trying to figure out why three grown-ass men are just out in the woods for a ghost hunt, apparently with no equipment with which to do so.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
Right. So these deputies are nobody's fool. And after a bit, Sonny he's like, fine, fuck it. We were trying to cook some meth out in the woods.
What?
They got a little high and decided they were going to go out to the woods because they didn't want to do it in the apartment, because what if they blew up the apartment?
Yeah.
So, you know, better to catch the woods on fire.
Yeah.
So he and his friends just took off, and they got into a little argument because it didn't go as planned, because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So they got mad at each other, and he walked off and separated and got lost. So he decided that it would be better to call 911 than to try to figure out how to get out of the fucking woods on his own. And he got lost.
Oh, God.
Right. So as he's talking to the police, his friends are sending him text messages about, hey, we got back. The shit's fine. We're going to try again. Shit.
In his house?
In his apartment without
his
him.
permission, basically. Yes. Like, we just gonna cook meth in your house.
No, they needed that meth, man. So he's obviously taken into custody. Deputies then show up to his apartment and take the other two men into custody, and they find evidence of a small meth lab and a recipe on how to make it written down on paper that was in Mr. Imler's pocket, because they didn't know how to do it. Each of the men was charged with 1 count of felony manufacture of methamphetamine and 1 count of felony possession of methamphetamine precursor chemicals. They were held on $50,000 bond each, but I couldn't figure out the outcome of it, if there was any jail time or what their sentence was. Yeah. Just a total what the fuck. And
What the fuck?
Yes, very much. Of course, I'm just going to say it again. It's very sad. Drugs are bad, and good people do bad things while they're on them. Yeah. And I hope that these guys get help with their issues. Please don't go out into the woods and make up fucking shit stories about ghost hunting when you know damn well you've got a meth lab.
Yeah.
A little shake and bake. They called it a shake and bake pot. is what it was called. I was like, I don't know these things. I don't do meth. I'd never been around meth. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been around it, but. Yeah, long story.
Different podcast.
Different podcast.
So what's the lesson behind this, honey?
Don't go into the fucking woods.
No, don't do drugs.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, no.
That too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you know.
And now you know.
And now I know that my mom's been around meth. Like, what the
I didn't mean to
fuck?
say that. You didn't hear that.
Oh.
Okay, I went to high school in Eureka in Humboldt County, Mara. What do you think? What haven't I been
that's
exposed to?
It's true.
There's only a few things that I haven't actually been exposed to. Very briefly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, doesn't mean I did any of it. I've seen it. I've seen a thing or two, okay?
In my day.
Some shit that we need to forget is what I've seen. All right. Back on track. This last story is just a quick story, is probably one of the most creative ways stealing from a bank that I've heard of. So this one comes out of Durham and was reported just in late July of this year, so just a couple months ago. Apparently, there is some ingenuity coming from these thieves in North Carolina. It is no longer good enough for them to just walk in and rob a bank, or, to walk up and rob somebody at the ATM, or try to put the little, what is that little fitting that you can put over the card reader?
Just a skimmer?
That, yes. That's just old. That's
old news.
It's old news. So these people, this group of people, came up with a new way to steal. Apparently, there is a string of ATM robberies in the same area, they called it the Triangle. I don't know what that means because I am not from that area. Mm-hmm. So people were hitting some of the same banks several times. Like one bank was hit like 3 times in a week.
Wow.
Right. What sets these people apart is they were using stolen trucks with chains attached to them to pull apart the ATMs, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So apparently this has happened in Texas as well. Then I watched a very hilarious video of some shit that went down in Ireland that was similar. So there's that. There's that aspect of things. They're stealing trucks, like heavy duty trucks, so that they can try to, pull apart these ATMs and make off with cash. And then it's like someone said, bitch, hold my drink. I will show you how to do this, because next thing you know, they are stealing an excavator from a construction site just next door to a Wells Fargo bank. And they legit picked up that ATM, took it back through the chain link fence, and took apart this ATM machine.
Really?
I am not shitting you. So apparently, did you know that caterpillars, like the excavators, the Caterpillar brand?
I know nothing about caterpillars.
So they all use, it's a universal key that they run on that opens them up, that starts them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't fucking know that. So legit, anybody who knows how to operate one of these things and has a key can go and steal one.
Yeah.
So they sure the fuck did. They literally took it right through the chain link fence in between the construction site and the Wells Fargo Bank drive-through area and took the ATM with them.
Well, why do it there? You could do it at home. It's more convenient. You probably do it in your underwear. You don't have to get dressed. I don't know.
Right. Sure. So the construction crew shows up, like there's a bunch of money, this ATM machine that's busted to hell in their work area. And what kills me is this happened twice. The excavator was stolen twice in the matter of like 3-week period of time, and fucking used to do this with an ATM 2 times.
I can't believe you've done this.
Twice. And I get it. You probably think, oh, it's been stolen. They're not going to come back and do it again. But no, they did it.
There was like the same bank had been robbed 3 times at about a 30-day period. It's killing me. Like everybody's like, well, here it happened again.
It's just like a normal occurrence.
Right? What do you think they're doing? What do you think they want? Well, I don't know, man. They took across the parking lot to the Wells Fargo. What could they want over there? Oh, man, I don't know. But there's this busted up machine here with all this cash laying around. What do you think they used? I don't know. Did you move that excavator? Because I don't think that's where I parked it last night. I could just I can hear the conversation from these people. I'm like, dude, somebody come and put a fucking lock on that. I don't know what you can do, but please do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm just thinking of that like audio that's like, if I had a penny for every time this happened, I'd have 2 pennies. That's weird because it happened twice.
Right? Yeah, it happened twice at the same bank. They replaced the ATM and the fuckers showed up and took it again.
Dude, how mad would you be?
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Like, you're over here, you have to replace the ATM, do all this work and shit. And then they come back and they take it
and
again.
they do it again. Yeah. What also, kind of made me giggle is you're thinking like, okay, in this day and age, there's security footage, right? There's video, there's surveillance. ATMs have cameras in them.
Yeah.
Banks have cameras. Not a damn one of those out of these ATMs and banks could get footage that showed whoever was doing this. In the case of the excavator, they couldn't see because the actual excavator was in the fucking way. They couldn't see. In the other ones, the people were wearing like full ski masks, basically, like covered from head to toe. And the trucks were all stolen. So even, running the plates didn't get anywhere. If there's any actual like fingerprint or DNA evidence left anywhere, I didn't read any mention of it. So maybe they're going to be able to use that in some way. But none of the articles that I read mentioned any like forensic evidence that would point to anything.
That's so dumb.
Police
so
just
smart.
Police just know that they're all related. Like it's a related. People like a group of people are doing this.
Can they track the?
Or maybe not.
And these are the paid professionals. God, I could have came up with that shit. And I mean, no disrespect, but
right.
Yeah, I probably knew it was the same fucking people too.
Right.
Can they like track the money, like the dollar bills or whatever?
I'm sure they go. I don't know that they
like have they had any
them.
results? Is what I'm asking. So these people are just chilling with their money.
I'm pretty much. I'm sure they've laundered it at this point.
That's wild.
It's easy enough to do.
So,
I don't give them that much credit. They used the same fucking plan twice. You think they're gonna launder money?
Okay, but to their credit, it fucking worked twice.
Yeah, but they didn't deviate from the plan. They're just like.
I just feel like it's probably somebody that works for the construction company or had in the past and has knowledge of that to know that you could go back and get that excavator again.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm sure they pursued that line of reasoning too, because once, okay, you got lucky.
Well, me twice.
Right. But it was some shit.
So, does anybody want to teach me how to drive an excavator?
Right.
For no reason at all. Just
if your Aunt Miranda knows how, she would love to. I know she wants an excavator.
Well,
but that would mean you have to go to her because that's not something that's coming down the highway from Alaska. Sorry. Yeah. But, field trip.
Yeah.
Maybe you could take that as a tax write-off for like a business trip of some sort. I don't know. Learning new things. I don't know. I'm trying to save you money. Tax write-off.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. You can use that for
get a
something.
lot of money.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm trying to come into a lot of money.
Sure.
Accidentally.
Accident. It's an accident.
If the police are listening, this is all a joke.
Nobody knows nothing. You don't even know how to drive. You don't even know how to drive an excavator, so it's fine.
No, I do not.
Yet.
It's fine. But we're not saying yet. You just don't know.
I don't.
You don't. Okay. All right. So, of course, we could not have a WTF episode without the obligatory Florida fuckery.
Oh.
No.
You said it, Florida. Let's go, Florida.
All right. But this time we aren't in Florida.
Wow.
Oh. This couple brought the fuckery to New York, more specifically LaGuardia Airport. So it's a Florida couple.
Yeah.
So, okay, picture this. I'm going back to Sophia from Golden Girls. Picture this. Imagine you're on a Delta Airlines flight. The plane's on the runway. It's taxiing out. You're about to take off. When the emergency door is opened by a passenger and the big slide shoots out, gentleman slides down it, and then close behind him are a woman and her dog. And I'm not saying just any like small little lap dog. Somehow these people had a fucking Great Dane on the plane. I don't know how that happens.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure that they would make you put your dog, like have your dog sedated in a kennel
They
and
just
in cargo.
snuck this dog. How did they get that pet? They disguise it as a fucking chair?
That's what I don't understand.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. So here the three of them are down the slide. Antonio Murdoch and Brianna Greco were supposed to be on their way to Atlanta when Antonio apparently had a panic attack. He claims he asked the crew to stop the plane because he was freaking out, and they didn't. So he took matters into his own hands. No, bitch, they're not going to stop the plane for you. If you know that you are going to possibly have a panic attack, it's up to you to either not fly and rent a car and drive, or you need to be sedated like your dog should have been sedated. And then you don't need to be in a kennel, but the dog should have been in a kennel.
He's having a panic attack.
He was having a panic attack.
He needs some milk.
You just give him some milk.
Stop it.
What?
That's not, we don't believe that milk is going to solve panic attacks.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So his idea was
His idea, he took matters into his own hands and opened the emergency door. He
And
thought
slid
that.
down.
So okay, so Brianna, the woman that was flying with him, and I don't know if they were a couple or married or girlfriend boyfriend. Let me slow down my speaking. So Brianna, the woman that was flying with him, whether she's girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't know. I don't know what they are to each other. She decides that the best course of action was to follow him, grab the big ass dog and follow him down the slide. She didn't even hesitate. She just was like, well, there he goes. Let me go too. So he claims that he, quote, asked them 3 or 4 times to let him off. And when that didn't work, he found the emergency door and opened it thinking it was just a regular door.
Leading where?
Right. Do you not know how high up you are?
This isn't Monsters, Inc. It's not like a closet door. It doesn't lead to a closet door.
Yeah, I don't know. According to the flight attendant, he was asked several times to sit down, and he ignored the request, telling the attendant that he suffered from PTSD, and that if he sat down, he was going to, quote, freak out. Again, that is on you, sir.
Yeah.
You need to calm the fuck down before you get on the flight and take a couple of sedatives or,
He needs some milk.
He doesn't need milk. Maybe to take his pills, he needs some milk.
I'm just trying to be helpful here.
Yeah. But if you open that door, where do you think you're going to go? What do you think is going to happen?
Jumanji?
Jumanji.
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be worse? I'd rather take the plane ride
Oh, yeah.
than be in Jumanji. That's not an equal trade. That's not a better trade in my book. Maybe to him, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And then, the girl that's with him, you're just going to follow him down the slide. If you open that door, honey, and you were like, I've got to get off this plane, I would have sat my ass in the back of the plane. I'd be like, I don't know him.
Yeah.
Who's he?
We're not together.
I don't know him. I You thought you saw me with him, but that was a mistake.
Oh my God.
You were mistaken. I am not trying to get searched by like TSA or some shit. Like, I'm not trying to be held at the airport. I take that very serious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not getting me on a no-fly list like that. No, absolutely not. You know what's funny? Side story. You and I have never been on a plane together.
No.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird?
Very weird.
Been married for 22 years and we've never taken a flight together.
No.
It's
That's
a
not
little
weird.
Where would you like us to go?
I don't know. I'm just saying, isn't that a little weird?
Okay, we'll fix it.
Maybe the world ends if you guys go on a plane together.
Maybe. Well, that got very serious.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, why up until this point you have not been on the same plane at one time?
Because your dad doesn't believe in taking vacations like normal people.
Yes, I do.
No,
That's not
he
true.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. It took us how long to go to fucking Disneyland as a family?
So
Right.
what?
I'm saying
So what does that have to do with anything?
because his thing is not like we always talk about like, oh, we should go here, we should go do this. And then we never do.
Sometimes we do.
Okay. Disneyland was probably the last vacation that we had. Moving up here does not count.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. That wasn't a vacation. That was the worst, like most stressful thing in the world for me. I had
No, it
3
was fine.
cold sores, okay?
It was fine.
TMI, everybody. I was that stressed out. It was fine. It was fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine now.
That was stressful for me too. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my first big trip driving alone.
You did great.
I was so stressed.
I know. I'm sorry. I really should have slowed down.
No, but it was just, yeah.
You did great, Mara. I'm very proud of you.
Olivia was my co-pilot,
Yeah, she was.
and we listened to Hamilton on repeat.
On repeat the entire time. Yeah. Man, we are way off track. Okay. All right. So, of course, the authorities were called out, and this man and woman and their dog were taken into custody. The rest of the passengers had to taxi back, get off the flight, be rerouted to other flights, like complete inconvenience. And these people were arrested. And the saddest part of all of this is that the dog was taken from them and placed in an animal shelter.
I was just about to say that poor dog, first of all.
Right.
Being taken on that slide and shit.
Right.
And now I'm even
Shouldn't
more
have
upset.
never been on the fucking plane like that.
Right, it went to where did it go?
An animal shelter. Oh, God.
If you guys can, please adopt. Oh, sorry.
That's fucked up.
Why is that fucking?
I hate you so much. I was like, when the fuck are you ever going to use that for the what the
Yeah.
fucks?
Okay.
And I gave you the perfect excuse.
That's right.
I hate myself.
Yes. Middle school Marinson.
Okay, I did not approve that.
Okay.
That's not, no. That's not happening. Yes, it's very sad that that dog got taken to an animal shelter. And I don't know if it got reunited with its owners
It's
or
probably
what.
for the best that they didn't get reunited.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I don't know. But maybe that was like his support dog.
Well,
Okay,
he
well,
didn't
maybe
make that apparent.
he should take better care of his support.
You may be right, because how do you sneak a Great Dane onto an airplane?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I really, like, all jokes aside, mental health issues like PTSD and anxiety That sucks to be on a plane like that. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's your responsibility to make sure that you are prepared to be on that flight.
It's not like he was forced on the flight.
Right. You bought a
wasn't.
ticket. You bought a ticket. You planned on going. You guys made the trip. Somehow you were from Florida. You got up to New York to make this trip to Atlanta. Like, what? If you can't be on a plane, then don't get on the fucking plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it is a shame. But yeah, now that I say that, and now that you kind of were like, yeah, maybe that's the case. Maybe that was his support dog.
Yeah, you don't sneak
Support
a Great
animal.
Dane onto a flight.
No, I know they weren't sneaking that dog on that flight. That flight is bigger than a row of seats.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell would it have sat?
The dog?
Yes.
I said the flight.
You said the flight.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
The dog.
I'm sorry. The dog is bigger than a row of seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want one, though.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
There's already enough dogs in this house.
When we get enough property and start the compound, I am getting a Great Dane.
Okay, yeah, then. But not,
Yes. Not now. Hell no.
I can barely even handle Buster because he's clumsy.
You
Exactly.
can't have a Great
We
Dane.
love all the dogs.
We do, but Buster is just really clumsy and he doesn't understand his
He
size.
is. No, he has no idea. He thinks he's a small dog because of all these other little dogs, but he just wants to be loved like everybody else. The puppies just want love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not on planes. All right. We're good. We're done. I'm going to leave it there. We're having way too much fun. Thank you, everyone, for listening this week. And a special thank you to Beth from Crimes and Closets for the fuckery from North Carolina. She's the MVP this week.
Yay, Beth.
So is Mara. Mara's the MVP for showing up.
I'd live here. What?
I had no choice. We would love to cover some what the fuck stories from your neck of the woods, wherever you are listening from. So please send them in. There's still time. And until next week, bye, guys.
So long.
See ya.